welcome back to another video. So today we are going to be going shorter. We have some new extension styles and lengths from Ezmio, who is sponsoring today's video, and of course everything I use in this video will be linked in the description box down below, so be sure to check that out. So I have already done my natural nail prep. If you aren't sure how to do that, you can check this video out here. But today, instead of using a peel off base coat, I will be using the 2-in-1 base coat and extension adhesives. You're going to see me use this multiple times in the video. So I'm just putting a thin layer of this onto my natural nails, and then I'm going to be curing it once I'm done, and we'll be doing so for 60 seconds. Make sure that you do a full cure in a big lamp. For extensions today, we do have quite a few choices, and these are going to be perfect for those of you who love shorter nails. I have seen the requests in the comments, so here we are. I was going back and forth a bit on whether I want to use short coffin or medium almond, but ultimately I settled on medium almond. But of course, the tutorial we're about to jump into can be done on any shape or length, so don't let that stop you. So I have my extension size. I'm going to lay them out right now, and I like to work outwards in. So in this case, I'm going to be working from pinky to thumb. So now I'm going to put a little bit of that same 2-in-1 base coat and extension adhesive that I used on my natural nails, and I'm going to put some on the left side, the right side, and a little bit at the bottom so it looks like this. Before attaching these to my natural nails, I am making sure there is the right amount of gel on the bottom half of the extension by just putting it next to my natural nail to do a comparison. If you're good to go, what I like to do for shorter extensions is to grab a pair of pointed tweezers. Then I'm going to line it up with the cuticle area, press down slowly, and flash cure. So we're going to repeat the process for the rest of the nails, but before we line that extension up with the cuticle area, I am going to recommend turning on your flash cure lamp so that it's ready to go when you are. You don't have to use the tweezers, but if you're not yet used to working with the shorter extensions and how your hand placement should be, it does help you out a little bit. We're lining these extensions up with the cuticle area and pressing down slowly until the gel hits right at the tip of the natural nail. As soon as it does, we're going to flash cure. If you are applying your extensions and you realize you accidentally put a little bit too much of that adhesive, make sure you clean it up as you're flash curing to make sure that you don't have any gel seeping from the sides. And if you notice any gel on your skin, clean it up immediately, because if gel is left on the skin, you can actually develop an allergy. So make sure you are being very careful at this step. Since we've only been doing a flash cure so far, once I get that thumb on, I am going to go ahead and pop my hand in a big lamp for 60 seconds to do a full cure. I like to take a no wipe top gel and place it on the underside of my extensions. If I decide to do any shaping and filing, it prevents any dust from getting caught underneath, and also putting that top gel underneath the extensions gives them a glassy look that I just love. But of course, this step is optional, and if you don't want to do it, you really don't have to. These new extensions have a thin cuticle area, but I do recommend taking this essential file here. This is 100/180 grit, and gently going around the cuticle area just to make sure everything is nice and level. Before applying my polish, I am going to be applying the base gel. This is the same base gel that we use not only to attach the extensions, but to put on my natural nails in the beginning of the video. You have also seen me use this product in my last video, which was my builder gel application on natural nails. So this product is super versatile. After applying this though, we are going to do a full cure. And now we're ready for some nail art. We're going to be doing this very simple, cute, yet elegant nail look. So I'm going to be doing this for the holidays, but of course you can wear this in any season. So we're going to get started with this as our base. This shade is called Steph Skin, and this is a neutral beigey tone. This is going to be perfect to go underneath our chrome powder that we're going to be using in the next steps. However, I am going to build this up. I'm actually going to be applying 2 coats of this, making sure to apply thin layers, and between each one I'm going to be doing a full cure. After I've cured my base color, I am going to apply a no wipe top gel. Now if you want to just wear Steph on its own, you completely can, just stop at this point, but we're going to keep going with this. Anytime you are applying chrome powder all over the nail, I do recommend applying a no wipe top gel. This is going to help give that chrome a shiny, glassy like finish instead of it being grainy. Next, I'm going in with this chrome because of course, who doesn't love a glazy nail? I definitely do. The key to working with chrome is to pick up just a little bit and then start buffing it into the nail. If you have too much chrome powder on any tool you use, in this case I am using this silicone like tool here, you're not going to get the best finish. So with chrome, it's best to start off with a small amount and then work more in if needed, but don't overdo it. For this look, we're going for that glazed donut-y type feel, so a little bit is going to go a long way. This nail look definitely has a shine but needs a little bit more sparkle, so I'm going to be grabbing these rhinestones here and using these to create a sparkly smile line. This kit has different sizes, so for the purposes of this video, we are going to refer to these as small, medium, and large. I'm using some gel and a dotting tool and laying it right onto the nail. Then using this tool here to pick up the largest rhinestone and placing it right in the center of the smile line. And then in between each stone, I'll be placing 2 to 3 gold caviar beads. I'm going to be using gold caviar beads in between each stone, but if you lean more silver, you can definitely do that. Once I have my rhinestone placements and I'm satisfied with the way things are looking, I'm going to freeze them in place by taking this mini lamp here and flash curing for about 10 to 15 seconds. You'll notice that I started off by placing the large rhinestone in the center of the smile line, then I used the medium, and once I reached the sides, I did use the small rhinestone. This gives the illusion that the rhinestones are actually tapering off towards the sides. Since the gel isn't cured yet, you can move the stones around, but try not to drag these stones around the nail too harsh so that there isn't gaps in the chrome on the nail. I ultimately settled on having 3 caviar beads in between each stone because if you look at a piece of diamond jewelry, you will notice that you can normally see the bezel because the stone isn't being supported on its own, at least in most pieces they aren't. So I'm giving that illusion to the nail as well, and also the gold caviar beads help give the nail a little pop of color, but using silver is okay too. Here's what the nails look like so far, but we're not done just yet because we only did a flash cure to keep these rhinestones in place, and now we need to do a full cure. Last but definitely not least, I'm applying a glossy top gel all over the nail, and then I'll be doing my final cure once I'm done. And here are what the nails look like all done. So I know some of you were tired of seeing the long stiletto, so I hope this video made you happy to go shorter with the medium almond. If it did, be sure to leave a thumbs up and let me know in the comments which shape and length is your favorite. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do so on your way out. But in the meantime, I will see you in one of these videos here.